Hey Arizona, it's Rob Paveza again. I just want to talk to you a little bit about the Supreme Court packing bill that was proposed this week. I'll put that up on the screen here. The article broke, I think, yesterday. It's currently Thursday, so late Wednesday, I believe, is when the story broke. Obviously, it's disturbing if it was going to be real. I don't really think it's real. Obviously, the bill will go forward and they'll make a big deal about voting on it in the House. That's fine. Let's talk about it, from just a purely political standpoint. They're talking now that they won't be able to break the filibuster rule in the Senate, at the very least because of Joe Manchin, who is an institutionalist. If they can't get 52 votes to change the filibuster, I think it would be an even more difficult battle to get to 60 votes to add more justices to the Supreme Court. So if that's not going to happen, you have to ask, well, why are they doing it? The obvious reason is to raise money. So they're going to take the opportunity to paint the Republicans as obstructionists, probably to give someone cause to run against Manchin. I would imagine Senator Sinema might vote against such a bill. So they're going to be trying to coalesce the groups, the various caucuses around, and also identify people that they need to primary. Okay, so that's just kind of the purely political part of it. Now let's talk about what would happen if the bill did pass and they were able to get what they wanted. So presently the proposal is to add 4 justices to make the court to add 4 more seats to the court. Now, ostensibly, if you're going to radically change one of the institutions of the United States that hasn't changed in 150 years, you want to achieve certain ends. Those ends would be political, obviously. And so they're looking at making it a 7-6 majority, 7-6 liberal majority. So, whatever policy objectives they have on that, they have to realize that whatever would happen, regardless of what happens 2 years from now, 4 years from now, when a new Congress is seated or a new president is seated, that's put to the side. Let's think about what happens, from a practical perspective. Supreme Court rulings as a result of Marbury versus Madison have the effect of basically determining what is constitutional law. Right, because the Supreme Court has assigned itself the power of determining what is constitutional, and those things end up having the effect of law. And so what ends up then is that you realize that you have a panel of 9 or 13 justices who are determining, without being elected, what is the law. And so if you're going to get a panel of activist justices, now this becomes even hairier, right? Now, what ultimately happens is that we, in a best case, we have a ping pong effect, right? Where, okay, well, the Democrats have bumped it up from 9 to 13. Well, next time we're going to add 2 more and it's going to go to 15. And then we're going to add 2 more and it'll go to 17. And we'll play this game of ping pong every 2 or 4 years when a new president is elected or a new Congress is instituted. And we go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. First of all, this is not a good way for the country to run because businesses and individuals need to be able to make plans based on what the current law is. Secondly, as the court grows, the problem that we run into then is that all of those people are unelected, have lifetime appointments, and effectively they have the final arbitration about what is the law. And so if you do not protect the independence of the Supreme Court by basically not messing around with it, if we don't protect the Supreme Court, they will become a panel of monarchs. They have lifetime appointments, and they will be effectively making all of the legislative decisions. One of the big core tenets of my platform is that the Congress must reassert its legislative authority. It needs to stop diverting power back to the Supreme Court. So this is obviously a big problem for me, and I believe it would be a big problem for the country. The good news is I don't believe it's a real objective. I think this is throwing red meat to their base. that they plan to use fundraising. And you know what? I'll be honest. I'm not above fundraising it for it. Myself. Elect Rob because Rob wants to fix the problems with the Congress, so that we don't have to worry about making an all-powerful monarchy panel in the Supreme Court. But that having been said, I always believe that what goes on in Washington is really a dog and pony show. I'm not sure what exactly they plan to achieve or hope to achieve, other than give us money so we can stay in power. So, once again, Rob Bethesda, running for U.S. Senate in 2022. Check out my website at rob2022.com, and thanks for listening.